Hey there, fam. How's it going? So, no, you are not confused. You do not have your days mixed up. Today is Monday, so it is a Monday motivation. This is something new we're trying out. This is something new that we're working on. Got a couple of new lights, new gear. It's pretty exciting. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for this, the new quality, the leveling up that I always talk about in all our videos. But now we're actually doing it. You know, we got a new studio set up. We got a couple new things going on, a couple new little toys. And now we're also starting something new this week. We're doing Monday motivations. Don't worry, the talks will still be happening. They'll be happening now on Wednesdays. And we have to find out on Wednesday a couple little surprises along the way. But let's get into today's message for today. Today's Monday motivation. Yeah. So the reason I decided to move it to Mondays is because I wanted to, make some stuff happen. I want to make some things, just start trying some different ideas that I might be having just in the process, right? God was working on them with me and we were just playing it out. And I was talking to the team. And then I just kind of in the midst of it, I was like, oh, should I do it this way? Should I move it? Should I not move it? What should we even start this new project? And then I kind of just thought to myself, just start. And that's what today's title is going to be. It is Just Start. So sometimes we go through some things, right? We might have a fear or be a little nervous about something when it comes to trying something new, right? So the first thing I wrote down was, is there a fear of failure or do you have a will to win? Do you have a will to win? Or are you scared that, oh, you know what, if I try something new and I fail at it, then, I didn't do anything with it. Well, the important thing is to start, right? You will never know until you try, correct? Excuse me, if you just go out there like, oh man, but what if I fail? But what if you don't, right? I was watching a couple of podcasts and they asked a guy sorry, there we go. This guy had a question, what is, the best advice they ever gave you? And it was, what if it turns out better than you expected, right? And then the worst quote that they gave him was, the worst advice was, be realistic. Well, what is be realistic, right? Realistic in our minds, be realistic in what the world is showing us. You can't live that way, right? You have to live by faith and not by sight. Excuse me. So that's where the title came out, Just Start, right? Turn the camera on, go paint, go start painting, go try something different. Just get after it. Just start. Because if you don't start, then you'll never know. I'd rather know that, you know what? Hey, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. So now I need to adjust. I need to adapt a little bit. I need to, redefine this or move that out the way or, switch this lighting setup, do this and that. Like before I do these talks, before I did this lighting setup, trust me guys, that there's many different buildups on how I did that. Different backgrounds. If you've been on this channel since the beginning, we have different backdrops, different ideas, and we've landed on this one. But if I never took that first step to try it out, to turn the camera on, to start talking, to taking some notes, we'd have never known, right? We'd have never been here. We'd never created the community, the family that we have here. So that's so what I want to urge you today is just to start. It's Monday, start of the work week, start of, whatever, maybe you've been working on the weekends too, but usually, start of the work week. So start. It's a great day. It's a great time it's a great opportunity, right? Yesterday happened. Tomorrow, we don't know what's going to happen. So today, you can control today. Today, take the step to, I'm going to start this. Whatever it might be. It could be something massive, like, I'm going to open up my own company. It could be something as simple as, today I'm going for a walk. Today I'm going to read a book. Today I'm going to read a chapter. Whatever it is, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Whatever, that is, take a first step. Like, there's a quote that you've heard like all over, like the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. It's true. You just need to start, get that momentum going. Because once you get one done, like this episode, like an episode like this, once you get one episode done, like, get the first one out. Then you get the second one. You learn from that first one. Then you get to the third, then your fourth, the fifth. By number 10, you're like, okay, so I get in a groove. You're at 20. You're like, okay, this is pretty good. And then you start building up for it. If you never started, how would you know? And there's a quote by this photographer that, I like him a lot. His name is Aaron Bringhall. And he talks about how it's either one day or day one. One day I'll start this. One day I'll do this. One day I'll do that. Or it's day one. Today's day one of the rest of my life. Today's day one of my fitness journey. Today's day one of my music career. Today's day one of my, art musician career. Today's day one of whatever it might be. Insert whatever you want. Today is day one. Don't look at it like, well, one day I'll do that. Because if you keep on putting it on to one day, well, one day becomes 1 month, then 2 months, 3 months, and now years go by and you're like, oh, man, I wish I've done that. But it is never too late to start. If you're like, Rodz, man, I wish I was 20, I wish I was, 10 years younger. I'd have started that. Well, you're not. Like, I'm gonna be a little rough on that one. You're not. You didn't do it then, but that doesn't mean you can't do it now. If you go, Rodz, well, I'm too old for that. That's not true. Because there's many artists, there's many musicians, there are many famous people, right, that have started late in their lives, right? Samuel L. Jackson, I use him as an example. So I was talking about the other day when it came to this, was, he didn't start his acting, his acting career till like his 40s, I believe. Don't not 100% on the facts, but he didn't start till late in his career. He wasn't a childhood actor. He wasn't someone that's been doing gigs since he was little. No, he did that later in life. There's musicians that did the same thing, that they've been practicing their whole lives. And then they got that one big break. They're on that one show. The right person at the right time heard their song. And now, they're super famous. There's a musician, Luke Combs. If you like country music, Luke Combs, he wasn't just playing gigs since he was little. I mean, let me rephrase that, on the big scale. But he was playing gigs from Nashville, some little small spots here, some little lounges here, some little restaurants. Until one day, boom, he blew up. He had the right song at the right time and it hit off. And now he's just, known all over the world and touring all over, right? Super humble guy too, by the way. But yeah, so you can accomplish so much if you just take that first step. If you let God guide you, if you know that God called you to do something, why are you procrastinating? Why are you waiting out? If God called you to do it, it's because he's going to provide for you, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether it's spiritually, whether it's with a different group. If you are afraid to take that first step, you'll never know. So what I urge you to do is take that one step. Aaron Brimhall talked about it, and he's a great photographer. If you don't know who he is, short plug for him, there you go, Aaron Brimhall. That it's just phenomenal what he does. And he talks about it's either day one or one day. That's a different, switch in your brain. Like, you know what? I'm going to switch it from one day to day one, and boom, and start going and start pushing for it and start striving for it. And if someone like me can do it, right? I'm your typical person. I'm just an obedient person to God. If I can do it, you can do it, right? There's nothing about me that makes me better than you. I'm just another person that decided to just make, you know what, our God, you've come to do it. Let's make it happen. Full send. That's like the quote that I use all the time. Just full send. Get that, maybe you're a little more of a quiet person. Maybe you're a little more of an introvert. All right. I'm not saying, go and start doing coliseums, but, maybe record on your phone. Maybe start taking notes and sharing it with your friends. And then from your friends, you start to look, to a bigger group. Maybe then you pick up the camera. Whatever it is, maybe you're a musician. Like I said, whatever it is, I'm not saying to go completely to a brand new, just to massive, arenas and stuff like that. If you want to, by all means, hey, full send it. I'm 100% for it. Rod's got your back on that one. I support it. But if you want to start off small, that's fine. Because little by little, boom, you start increasing, start growing with it. And then you start getting more confident. Then, like I said, you start talking from maybe to 2 friends, now to 5 friends, now in a smaller group. Maybe now you're in your small groups talking about it. Now you're giving, the morning, the announcements at your school or for church, whatever it is. And then who knows, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, a month from now, it can be super quick. Now you're doing devotionals and you're having a 20-minute Devo time. Maybe now you're hopping on YouTube, whatever it might be. Just start. That's it, guys. Yeah. Hope you guys like this Monday motivation. Get you juiced up for the week. Get you pumped up, charged up. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so don't miss any of these talks, any of these motivations. There's a lot of new things coming. I'm excited for it. So stay tuned. I love y'all. Stay safe. Make it the best day ever.